Hi there, welcome back. Welcome back to my channel, a little bit about everything. I was at the grocery store the other day, and as I was leaving, there's always a rack of magazines by the doors, and I happened to open one up which had some furniture in it. And the furniture was from the 1900s. And back then, it was easier to stick build stuff than trying to make oval shapes and getting too detailed, because they didn't have the tools we have today. They could do it, but it would have been high-end furniture. It wasn't the common thing. So this little piece of cabinetry caught my eye, right? It had some inlay in the doors. It was made out of oak, and it was Oxford brown, I believe. That was the stain. And the way it was made, I'm reminded of raised panel doors, right? The way you recess, you do your frame and you recess a piece inside your framing, and that's the wall you see here on the side, right? The cabinet's 33 3/4 high. Doors are 8.5 each wide. Okay, and the width is 20 3/8. Here, if you and the depth is 14.5. Okay. If you look here, and I was to take a slice out of this panel on the side, so this is what I would see. I would have my two cross members here with what looks like a plywood or something of the sort. But I'm going to make this out of solid blue pieces of oak. Okay? And the reason why it might look like this is to provide a better gluing surface. Okay? From the outside, you're still going to see a flat panel, but on the inside, you're going to see this. And the frame members are 3/4 of an inch. And I'm just going to take my router and do a 1/4 inch. I think they call it a rabbet cut in here, so I can insert my wall, my side wall. And these posts are 1 3/4 inches square, and they have a piece that is routered with a router bit that looks like this. Okay, you got your bearing. It would be going through the piece, through the square like this. Okay, so you get this shape on all corners. And that's going to be door height on all corners, all the way around. The bottom of my legs is 1 1/4 inch square, and the top is 1 3/4 inches square. Without further ado, please hit the like button and subscribe, and let's get on with it. So this is some of the oak I had lying around. It's not perfect, but I can cut the pieces I need out of it and get the good stuff out of that lumber. Okay. Like you can see here, that's 1/4 sawn in the middle. And when you're making a post, you want two sides of 1/4 sawn, and this is how you get it. if I cut this here, my tree marks, age marks are going this way. So I have quarter sawn on that side and that side. It's at a 45, but it's all like that. I don't have a cup inside. If I had a cup, that would probably twist. If I use this portion here like this in the middle, that piece is going to twist because the heart of the tree was over here. You want to stay away from that when you're making legs and something you don't want to twist. And over here, these are bark pieces, but once they're cut into little strips and glued together, they don't go anywhere, they don't warp. So, like I said, I glued this at 9/16, and when it's at half inch, I'm gonna take the router and router the sides down to 1/4 of an inch, so I can do a rabbet inside the framing around the sides. And actually this is the back, but I gotta glue 2 more sides. Over here I've got all my those are my legs right here. I got 4 of them, and these are I don't know if this is coming out. You can see this. Might be too shiny. This is the top here. These are the cross members, or the framing members. These are the legs over here. And same thing on the bottom. So I need 8 of these to go around. And I have them right here. I have 8 of these legs. And these are the door panels. So I'm gonna have to actually make these doors into 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces for 1 door. It's gonna be a panel, and I've got to make an inlay in here. Okay, so this is the morning after, and I'm interested to see if this thing hold or not. If it did, I don't have too much wiggle room for removing material. And it bowed by 1/16 of an inch, which is about what I allowed myself for removing material, and I'm lucky they're all nothing squeezed out of place. So what I did was take some of the leftovers and made good pieces that I can glue together and make my sides and like my back panel's already glued. These are my sides here. Roughed up the connecting members for the legs. Well, now it's time to prep these. I'm going to square them off and try to get them straight and bring them down to 3/4 of an inch. And then even if it's 3/4 strong, it's okay because I'm still going to sand the thing. And I've got to put a groove, a 1/4 inch groove in these, and they have to be 1 3/4 wide. Well, a few minutes ago, like you saw, I was setting fire to the sawdust, right, with that small router. I think that bit can't handle the removal rate and oak but there is something that works better than that in oak. A saw chipping away at it, right? So what acts like a saw chipping away? A rabbet router. So I ended up taking these over here and I set up a rabbet router, 1/4 inch, and it went through that like it was butter. So that's just a little Delta tabletop. Gotta be 16 by 22 and then I'll trim it down. So I just finished gluing up my panels. I'm going to scrape off the glue and let it set. Alright, so now the cabinet top is actually gluing, so I'm going to be working on the doors. And I have the rough lumber here. I'm going to mill down or plane down one face, okay, and make one corner or one side nice, and I'm going to rabbet everything I have to on there, and then bring it down to 3/4 of an inch. So that way, if I have to take some material off of one side or the other, I can, okay? So I'm just going to So I forgot to set the camera, and I kept on going, but I'm going to show you where I'm at now. I'm holding on to 2 blocks here, as you'll see over here. See, 2 blocks, and I'm taking off 1/4 of an inch here, and it's 3/8 deep. Well, this matches the 3/8 in here. Okay, so once I've taken off a piece on either side here, this actually slips into that groove here. So that's the bottom of my door. Okay, and I left it a little thick on one side, so the other side I got to take off the rest of this, and I did the same thing here, and this is how I hold them together back to back, so I can get a longer supporting area when I'm in my taking off that 1/4 of an inch. So I've finished the door frames. As you can tell, there's rabbit joints, and that's where my panel is going to slide into, my center panel. So I have to bring these down to dimensions. They're at 2 right now, and there's a little bow in them, so I've got to straighten these out before I actually